Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Devin and today I'd like to talk to you guys about my favorite books of 2018. So when I say my favorite books of 2018, these are books that I personally read and loved in 2018. They're not necessarily published in that year. I read a total of 50 books in 2018. In order to determine my favorites of 2018, I reviewed my Goodreads and selected all of my top rated books. So I had 11 5-star reads in 2018, and these are the books we're going to discuss today. So let's get right into it. The first book that I have to share with you guys is How Long Till Black Future Month by N.K. Jemisin. N.K. Jemisin is actually one of my favorite authors in existence. I love everything she does, and this is a collection of short stories from her. This one was actually published in 2018. I know this because my lovely husband Harry got it for me for Christmas, and he gave it to me early so that we could both read it before Christmas because he literally couldn't wait either. I will tell you it took me 2 weeks to read the entire thing just because Jemisin is so good at world building that every story felt so engrossing and so I was just wrapped up in the world and I didn't want to go on to the next story quite yet. I just wanted to process what had happened in that first story. So yeah, her world building is still just as strong as ever. Her characters, her emotions, this is absolutely fantastic, and I may love her short stories better than her longer works, which is a little surprising for me. The next top book that I have for you guys is The Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. This is a graphic novel aimed at, I would say, children, maybe middle grade, but it is absolutely precious. This has some of the cutest artwork I have ever seen. Like, look at that. Look at that, guys. It's very fairy tale-esque, very, like, just really cute and soft and beautiful. And it's just pure and wholesome, and I loved it so much. I got it from the library, and I immediately, upon finishing reading it, I had to go buy a copy because I loved it that much. It is absolutely fantastic. The next book that I want to discuss with you guys is Dear Ijeawele, or A Feminist Manifesto in 15 Suggestions by Chimimanda and Ngozi Adichie. So you probably all have heard of Adichie. She's probably more known for her TED Talks, one of which was used as an intro for a Beyonce song a few years ago. But this book is a response to a letter to a friend who asked her how to raise a feminist daughter. So these are her 15 suggestions for raising a feminist daughter. I absolutely loved this. It was actually really hopeful to me. It made me feel really good about the next generation of young girls that are growing up today. I really loved it. The next book that I have for you guys is actually the last book that I read in 2018. This one I got from the library again, so I apologize for the glare, but this is The Bear and the Nightingale by Katherine Arden. This is a book where we follow a young protagonist. This is a fantasy, by the way. This is a book where we follow a young protagonist named Bagieu, who is from the Muscovy region of Russia in medieval times. Bagieu has a stepmother who is very conservative and doesn't agree with some of the older ways of Russia, and this story just kind of follows their whole family, and basically it's about what changes happened in Russia when Christianity came to Russia. And so it's kind of like the old world versus the new world, and it's just a really great story. It was very, again, fairy tale-esque. It was completely engrossing, and I could not put it down. I immediately picked up the next book in the series, and I cannot wait to read the third, which just came out last week, I think. But yeah, I'm going to be getting that one at the library today, probably. I have to read it. I have to finish this trilogy. This one was fantastic. The next book on the list is You Don't Have to Like Me by Alida Nugent. This is, as it says on the front, essays on growing up, speaking out, and finding feminism. Do not let the word feminism scare you. This is a very I don't want to say lighthearted, but it's a very hopeful book. It's very fun and very approachable. If you aren't necessarily familiar with a lot of like feminist theory, I would say this is a really good place to start. This is a book just about a girl and like her experiences growing up. And Alida Nugent is the kind of person that every time I finish one of her books, I've read 2 now, and I just want to be her friend. Like she's just very likable, and her stories are very relatable, and I think that a lot of people would really love this book. The next book is Brazen, Rebel Ladies Who Rock the World by Penelope Bagieu. This is a graphic novel collection of different stories about women who change the world in some capacity or refuse to follow the rules in some way. There are all kinds of different stories in this book from all kinds of different women. There were a lot of different walks of life, and I really appreciated that. The other thing that I liked is a lot of these women I'd never heard of. I feel like they didn't really cover a lot of the standard women. A lot of the more popular stories. These were some I didn't know, so it was really I was really appreciative. I also love the full page pieces there. It's absolutely stunning. I loved this. The next book up is Her Body and Other Parties by Carmen Maria Machado. This is a short story collection about women and their bodies and the things that happen to their bodies. And I absolutely loved this. It is so beautifully done. It's a little weird, a little wild, but 100% fantastic. The next book that I have for you guys is actually not one book. It is a whole dang trilogy. So this is the Broken Earth Trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. The first book is The Fifth Season. The second book is The Obelisk Gate. The third book is The Stone Sky. This trilogy absolutely blew me away. Jemisin won a Hugo Award for each individual book in the year that it came out, and I think it was so well deserved. This series is just absolutely amazing. I can't find a flaw with it, from the world building to the character building to the story itself to the emotion, the message behind the story. It's all fantastic and flawless, and I am 100% on the hype train for this series. Everyone should read it. It's fantastic. And the last book that I'm going to discuss with you guys today is probably one of my favorites of the whole year. This one was such a surprise to me. But this is 100 Nights of Hero by Isabel Greenberg. I saw this on Book Outlet and picked it up just on a whim. I thought, oh, that looks a little cool. I don't know. Let's give it a try. And I'm so glad that I did. I'm so glad. This is a feminist queer retelling of 1001 Nights. This book has everything that I was looking for in a book. It has beautiful illustrations. I think Isabel Greenberg's work is so unique. I've never seen anything like her artwork. And it's just an absolutely amazing story about storytelling and women, and just it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I absolutely loved this one. It may be my favorite of the year. I'm not sure. It's hard to say, but it could be. So those are all the books that I have for you guys today. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I want to know what you guys read in 2018. What were your favorite books? Be sure to share them down below. They may be my favorite books of 2019. You never know. Thank you guys. Have a great day. See you next time. Bye.